Whether you live in Oakland County or not, you are paying this guy. District court judges' salaries are made up of county tax money and state tax money. Once you see what I catch this judge doing, I think you'll have a major objection. It's Monday morning, May 20th at the 52nd District Court. The docket is full. Court starts at 8:34 sharp. All these defendants and all these attorneys are waiting, but His Honor isn't here. By 9, there's still no judge in this Novi courtroom. In fact, the judge isn't even in Novi. There's his shiny white vehicle in front of his house miles away.
It's 9:08. He has not left for work yet.
All rise for the Honorable Dennis Powers.
My opinion right now is that you're kind of a lazy judge.
Well, that's your opinion.
A guy who's sucking in a salary of $138,272 a year of taxpayer money.
You're never at court on time, are you?
I'm where I'm supposed to be, when I'm supposed to be, whenever I'm supposed to be there.
And having one heck of a good time doing it.
Judges are supposed to be in court and take care of business, and they do that.
And you take care of business.
I take care of business.
And I've been taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every week.
Today I don't feel like doing anything.
It's 9 a.m. on Friday, May 17th. The courthouse is open. There's the judge's wheels parked in front of his house.
It is 9:05, and there's the judge's car.
Judge Powers doesn't even leave his home until 11:55. He's already 3.5 hours late. 12:15, and here he is, chowing down and chewing the fat in a Waterford gas station / Subway / Dunkin' Donuts. 12:55, the judge heads into McDonald's. Quite an appetite for a guy who hasn't been to work yet. 1:05, Judge Powers goes to the credit union in Waterford. Got to take care of all that taxpayer money he earns. At 1:27, the judge is in Union Lake, filling his tank. And at 2:20, Judge Powers arrives for a long, hard day at court. But not too long, since the courthouse closes in 2 hours and 10 minutes. And if you think this was an easy day, wait until I show you what he does on Monday. But first, I gotta show you the courtroom calendar. There are 3 judges at Novi's 52-1 court. Judges Bondi, Powers, and McKenzie. While it appears Judge Bondi has this week off in March, Judge Powers is listed as attending a conference. But I found out Judge Powers wasn't at a conference. He was in Aruba.
Yes, yo.
Relaxing at the La Cabana Beach and Racquet Club. The judge belongs to a vacation plan called Blue Green Resorts. He was booked at the Solera Surfside in Miami in January, the same week his calendar says he was at another conference. February, he was booked at the Casa del Mar Resort, the exact same week his calendar says he was at another conference. And in late April and early May, we actually followed the judge during his conference week.
In my Tennessee mountain home.
There he is, vacationing with his wife at the Mountain Loft Resort in Tennessee. Yep, it's another conference week, and there's Judge Powers at another blue-green resort, living it up. After taking a whole week off work, the judge has the nerve to show up an hour and 45 minutes late when he gets back on the job. But that's no surprise, because I watched him pull into the parking lot late all the time. Remember, court starts at 8:34 a.m.
Always late, yes, it's always the same. Procrastination is my middle name.
And even though he always showed up late, he's always up for a nice break from the courthouse here at the Donut House. The clock is ticking, but the judge is kicking. Kicking back with a Long John and a lady friend. Judge Powers isn't a hanging judge, he's a hanging around judge. We watched the judge loaf around for days and days and days, but nothing like this next day. Monday, May 13th, it's 11:03 and the judge hasn't even left his house yet. His docket had 23 cases, all starting early in the morning. 11:32, the judge gets a car wash just a mile from the court. 11:36, fill her up. Gee, the judge hasn't even been to work yet, and he's not going. 12 noon, Judge Powers is at a swanky country club in Commerce Township. First, he gets his grub on, and then he gets his game on. Why waste a nice day in a stuffy old courthouse? Instead of swinging the gavel, Judge Powers spends his whole day swinging his golf clubs. Exactly 1 week after the golf day on May 20th, I'm ready to bring some order to the court.
Hey, where were you this morning?
Where were we this morning?
Well, you had court at 8:30, and I had a camera in the courtroom request, and you didn't show up till close to 10 o'clock.
Well, I didn't show in the courtroom until 10 o'clock. That's correct, sir.
I saw you pulling into the parking lot at around 9:57.
I don't know what time it was for sure, but it could have been, yes, sir.
Okay. Where were you? How come you were late?
I had to run an errand.
He didn't run any errand. He didn't leave his house until 9:30.
What time did you get to work on Friday?
Noon, I think.
No, you got to work at 2:20. What did you have going on Friday that made it so you didn't get to work till after 2 o'clock?
I had a meeting.
You had a meeting?
Yes, sir.
Who was the meeting with?
I prefer not to say.
Well, I'd prefer to say. Here's his meeting.
What happened last Monday when you canceled your whole docket?
We had a golf outing.
At a golf outing?
Yes, sir.
So you canceled your whole docket?
Yes, sir.
So you had a whole bunch of attorneys and defendants and...
Well, I canceled it ahead of time.
Mhm.
It was a chamber golf outing.
Mhm.
That's correct. I participated in that. Yes, sir.
But aren't you being paid by the county to be a judge?
Yes, sir.
Do you think you put in a good week of work last week?
I do, sir.
Oh, yeah. This poor guy worked like a dog.
Wouldn't it be an inconvenience for the attorney to have to reschedule everything because the judge is off golfing?
But you know, you put off golfing is a little bit different than being in a community golf outing. And you'll find out that that's part of what being a judge is about.
Gee, I thought this was what being a judge was about. And what about all those weeks of conferences that are on the judge's calendar?
Where were you?
I was on vacation.
You were on vacation. Well, why does it say conference then?
It's just the way it was worded on the docket.
Gee, that's funny. You're the only judge who has his vacation days listed as conference. So how many actual vacation days has the judge taken this year?
This year, I think I've taken 8, 9, 10, something like that.
So you're going back to court now?
No, I'm going to go golfing right now. I got my clubs and I'm heading off to the golf course.
Are you being sarcastic? I don't even know.
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay,
Yes,
well, you were golfing last week, weren't you?
I was golfing
And
last
you had a
Monday.
docket.
I had no docket. I canceled the docket to attend a chamber golf outing.
Well, I'm going to go get the docket so I can see, and I'll talk to those attorneys, and I'll see how they felt, and the defendants, how they felt about the fact that you canceled the docket, and they took days off from work, and they rescheduled things, and you were out golfing, and I'll see what they have to say. I couldn't find out what those defendants and attorneys had to say because the court would only release this piece of paper. It states that 23 cases had to be rescheduled the day Judge Powers decided to go golfing. There are no names, no case numbers. I also asked the county and court for the judge's official vacation records. Once again, no go. With that, I rest my case.